letting go. Letting go of the fear of being yourself. Letting go of the constriction, the expectations of being yourself. There's a great pressure for many to hold on to the idea of who they are, and that idea is not always their own idea. They are other people's ideas of who you should be, and you are often given them from a young age, and as adults you play them out, not realizing that actually they are other people's perceptions of who you are, not your own. And many of us never stop to consider that those expectations, the idea that we should act in a certain way, our notion of who we are, our self-identity, isn't our own. It hasn't been created from within, but it has been given to us from outside. And we play out those scripts that we've been fed since birth without realizing for decades and sometimes all our life. And whilst we're playing those scripts out and we are steadfastly holding on to the notion of who we are for fear of what the alternative would mean, we miss life and the potential that life is waiting to give us. The potential that we have at that deeper level inside to let go of the constricted story, the egoic self, and allow life to manifest through us, and for us to open up and, to use that cliched phrase, fulfill our potential. We've been told that we should fulfill our potential, but that is given to us from outside. This is a different and subtle change of perspective, but a huge paradigm shift. It is exposing as an illusion the sense that we are an individual self that needs to hold on to our idea of who we are and to add to it and to find our way in the world and fulfill the potential that unfortunately is an idea of other people's, not something that is innate to us. Some rare individuals do find that in a sense of being that enables them to create through that source, and the potential then manifests is a different sort of potential, because that is the life force, that is the flow of the absolute that is finding an outlet through you to express the divine. And then potential is fulfilled, not your potential, but the potential of life through you, and that is completely different to a forced sense of I must do this to fulfill my expectations and others' expectations of me. That is a constricted and blinkered way of acting in the world, and will bring heartache and conflict and stress. There may be moments of achievement, but they will feel hollow and unfulfilling. And so letting go in this sense isn't giving up and not pursuing meaningful and worthwhile endeavours in life and getting from one place to a better place through your own effort. It's not giving up. It's letting go of the constricted idea of yourself, that you're not at stake in your own life. There is nothing to lose in letting go and everything to gain if one can only see through the illusion of that story of you, that story that has been written not by you but by the people in your life from when you were younger, through your childhood and adolescence and young adult life, and still influence you now. Your story is influenced by other people that are in your life and also echoes from the past. And you are living other people's expectations of who you are and what you should do. Letting go is seeing through that, letting go of those scripts, those ideas, the story of you, and falling into that deeper sense of presence, present moment awareness, waking up to the eternal present. And then you're acting from the truth of your being, the present moment awareness, the absolute, the essential, more enduring self that exists beyond your constructed ego and the stories that you've been told of who you are, who you should be and where you should go and what you should do. And the letting go then allows you to dip into the mystery of life, the unknown source, the absolute, and you allow that to take you wherever it may. And so letting go is not giving up. What happens once one has let go into that deeper oceanic truth, that force that flows through and animates everyone and everything, what happens then is that you move forward into the world of form and interact and act and make decisions and plan, and your life unfolds. And so from the outside you're still an individual human being acting through self-interest, but actually and factually you're not any such thing. You're the expression of life itself, and then only good things can come from that, and only good things can be experienced from that emanation of the divine, and the people around you will recognize that at a deep level, and they will benefit from that flow of presence as much as the old version of you may have benefited from it. But of course it's not about you benefiting at that level of understanding, it's just about the flow of life being set free, and it happens despite you, not because of you. You have stepped aside, so to speak, and there is still a recognition and a joy in beholding that, but it isn't coming from an egoic sense of accomplishment. It is something quite different from that, and very difficult to name and know and describe.